So then we are just over 24 hours away from the kickoff of Euro 2024. And in this video, I'm going to be predicting all 6 of the group stages. Now, I'm absolutely buzzing for the Euros, obviously supporting England. Hopefully it finally comes home. Here are the 6 groups made up of 4 teams. The top 2 teams go through automatically, and 4 of the 6 teams that finish third also go through to the knockouts. Now, there's some really exciting groups in there. It's very hard to predict some of the groups, especially Group B, but we're going to start off with Group A: Switzerland, Scotland, Hungary and Germany. Germany obviously being the tournament host, the tournament being in Germany this year, and they are in fact who I've got to finish top of the group. Away from being the host nation, Germany have just got that quality the other 3 teams don't have, the likes of Musiala, Wirtz, Toni Kroos in his last international tournament. I feel Germany will definitely have that advantage, as well as it being the home advantage of the team. They're going to be a lot more well supported than the other 3 teams at the games, and I do kind of think that fans do play a part in some matches. So I've got Germany finishing top, and the other 3 I feel like was quite easy to predict. I've got Hungary finishing second. They are a very big dark horse in this tournament. I feel Hungary are the most underrated national team. I was at the game, they beat England 4-0 at Molineux, a horrendous night. It was so toxic. Everyone around me was shouting abuse at Gareth Southgate. John Stones got sent off. Harry Maguire replaced one of our players when we were 3-0 down and just needed a goal for a bit of momentum. But away from that, they have some decent players as well. Peter Golaski in goal, Dominic Szoboszlai, Will Orban, even Callum Styles, former Millwall left back. They're in third place. I've got Switzerland. I do predict Switzerland to be in the 4 of the 6 teams that go through to the knockouts. And bottom, Scotland. They've not won in 7 games. They scored 1 goal 3 years ago at Euro 2020. So why would they finish any higher than 4th? Regardless of the fact they've got John McGinn, Andy Robertson and a couple of Premier League quality players, I just feel the Tartan Army haven't got going in an international tournament yet. This one maybe could be different, but I've got them placed 4th. Right then, Group B. This is the group of death by far. You've got Italy, Croatia, Albania and Spain. 3 nations that are really progressed far in this competition in recent competitions. Competition. I've got Spain to top it. I think they've got the quality that the other 3 teams just don't have. David Raya has had a brilliant season with Arsenal, Pedri and Rodri in midfield. Slightly worried about their defence. It's not up to scratch as it has been over recent tournaments, especially from that maybe 2008 to 2016 Spain. Defensively were solid. The likes of Carvajal, Jesus Navas, Laporte, just players that you wouldn't expect to be at the World Cup in 2 years' time. And they're also given a debut to Jose Perez recently. Jose Perez, who was at Leicester, and he's in his 30s now. Second, I've gone Croatia. Decent team again. The midfield 3 of Modric, Brozovic and Kovacic is fantastic. That might be the best midfield 3 in this group. Gvardiol's had a brilliant season at Manchester City, and Andrej Kramaric, he might be 32, but he's not shy of scoring a goal in a big tournament. And then I've put Italy third. They're just not the team they were 3 years ago when they won the tournament. They might still have the likes of Matteo Darmian, Jorginho, Donnarumma, but the spine of the team that they had, Bonucci and Chiellini as the back 2, Insigne out wide, Immobile up front, is just gone. I feel like that was a reason why they did so well in that tournament, because of the longevity and the fact that Bonucci and Chiellini were playing together forever. And I feel when I'm going to speak about England, this might be something that affects us defensively. We're not having them players that know each other like the back of their hand. If Barella could stay fit, maybe they could get into that second spot, because he has that quality a lot of the other players in the squad don't. But I put Italy third. Albania bottom of the pile, and to be honest, there's not really much to say about this. They don't have the quality that any of the other 3 teams have. Right then, Group C, England top. Look, we're just going to walk the tournament. It's coming home. Okay, I'm going to take my bias aside for a minute, my England supporting brain, and defensively, it's not looking great. Harry Maguire's out injured. Luke Shaw is a doubt, especially for the first game. I imagine the back 4 to be something like Walker, Stones, Gay, and then Trippier at left back. Southgate's made a huge statement leaving out both James Maddison and Jack Grealish, but it's more Jack Grealish I don't understand. He's been in that England setup the entire time leading up to this tournament to then be dropped. But there's no doubt in the other 3 teams in this group don't have the quality in midfield like Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham. I think we'll see a lot of Conor Gallagher as well. Southgate seems to be a huge fan of him. And then obviously Harry Kane, the best number 9 in the world. As for wingers, Eze, Foden, Bowen, some decent quality there. Cole Palmer's had a brilliant season at Chelsea. I think England win this group by far. The other 3 teams in this group are all quality sides. I've got Denmark to finish second though, because I feel like they've got that Premier League quality, just players that know each other a little bit better as well. Christian Eriksen, Højbjerg, Anderson that plays for Palace, and of course Rasmus Højlund. It's going to be a make or break tournament for him. The only former tournament winners in this group, as well as them making it the semi-final last year. So for me, Denmark are second. Serbia and Slovenia, I feel like I'm going to get wrong either way. Serbia have got a lot of decent players. Dusan Tadic, Mitrovic, Milinkovic-Savic, the other Milinkovic-Savic in goal, Vlahovic up front, Kostic, all players that are playing in European competitions, and that's why I put them third. Slovenia fourth. They've got Jan Oblak in goal, quality goalkeeper. Had a decent build up to this tournament. They've picked up shock wins over the likes of the USA and Portugal. But I do think they had a pretty easy qualification group to get here. I think they might struggle against the likes of Denmark and England, so I'll put them fourth. Right then, Group D, another tough group to predict really, but France being top is probably one of the safest predictions I'm going to make in this video. Let me just read a few names out on their squad. Mbappe, Griezmann, Koeman, Dembele, Giroud, Camavinga, Tchouameni, Kante, Saliba, Mendy, Koundé, Theo Hernandez. They've got quality in that side. The likes of Griezmann and Giroud are getting on a bit, but at national team level, they've both proven themselves to be fantastic players. Mbappe on his day is one of the best strikers in the world. That is just undoubtable. Midfield partnership of Camavinga and Tchouameni, two players that know each other fine well at Real Madrid. If Tchouameni is fit, will thrive. Second in this group, I've gone with Holland. They've got another quality team, the likes of Virgil van Dijk, Nathan Ake, Devoe, some brilliant centre-halves. At left back, they've not exactly got Jake Bidwell, but they've got Ian Maatsen. Jake Bidwell was his replacement. A former Coventry City loanee. It's fantastic. He was at Burnley on loan, 16 months ago? And now he's going to the Euros with Holland. Again, there's no denying the quality of Memphis Depay up front. Gakpo and Gravenberch, two Liverpool lads. Wijnaldum, former Liverpool lads. So they've got some decent players in that squad. Third, I've gone with Austria. Another team with some decent players. Marko Arnautovic, Marcel Savitsa. Some players that will make a difference in big games. They have that quality of playing against good opposition. And that's why I'm putting Austria third and Poland fourth. Everyone seems to be writing Poland off, but Lewandowski just isn't what he was. It's hard to put Poland any higher than fourth. A lot of people, even Polish fans, are writing Poland off. But that top two, I can't actually see Holland or France losing a game unless it's against each other in this group stage. Right then, Group E, and this is actually for me the hardest one because I feel like any of these four teams could actually go on to win the group. I've put Slovakia to finish fourth, but they smashed Wales 4-0 in the build-up, and I know you shouldn't always focus on the build-up, especially on the fact that England lost to Iceland the other day. Romania, who I've got to finish third, haven't had the best preparation. One of their standout players, Anaris Hadji, has been on loan from Rangers this season. I'm still struggling to put my finger on who wins this group. I've put Ukraine top, Belgium second. Belgium have some brilliant players. I just have a feeling Belgium will not show up like they've done previously. So I'm putting them second, Ukraine top. Ukraine's strongest part of the pitch is obviously the left side with Mikhailo Mudryk and Zinchenko. Like I've said, by far the toughest group to predict, but I've gone Ukraine first, Belgium second, Romania third, Slovakia fourth. If that is right, I don't know, because this one I've put the most thought to and I can't get my head around it. And regardless, I know some of you are going to disagree with me, so let me know in the comments who you think is going to win the Euros and which of these group stages you agree with, disagree with. Let's have a debate in the comments, I'm really, really excited for Euro 2024. Subscribe if you're not as well, because a big proportion of you that watch the videos aren't subscribed. It's free. Anyway, Group F, the final group of this video, and Portugal for me are winning this group. Obviously, they won the Euros back in 2016, and back then it was looked at as a one-man team, really. Cristiano ruling the show. Comes off injured in the final, acts more or less as a manager, and spurs his team on to a victory. But that was Portugal in 2016, and now, 8 years later, the quality of their team is miles ahead of what they had. Obviously, he was playing in the Saudi League this year, but Ronaldo still scored 50 goals. 50 goals. You've got Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Diaz, Ruben Neves, João Cancelo, Diogo Jota, Matheus Nunes, Bernardo Silva, Pedro Neto, Rafael Leao. That's 9 players already that are world class or just really, really quality players that no other team in this group are going to have anything near. Also, a little fact for you, Portugal haven't drew a game since the last European Championship. That was a 2-2 draw against France. Ronaldo got a brace. So just let that sink in. Portugal are born winners. I know they've lost a couple of games recently, but they've won so many games on the bounce since the last tournament. Yeah, Portugal top in this group. Second to the Czech Republic. My only logic for this is every time I've seen England play the Czech Republic, it's always a very tough game. I don't want to sit here and highlight certain players for the Czech Republic because as well as they do have players like Souček who have that Premier League quality, he's nowhere near anything that Portugal have. But always a well-driven team, a tough team to play, and just for that alone, I'm putting them second. And then maybe the biggest shocker of the video, Georgia to finish third. Turkey are absolutely stink. I don't know why people are calling Turkey underdogs. A tournament 3 years ago without getting a single point, and I feel like the same thing could happen again, if not Georgia and Turkey draw, but I can't see any of the bottom two beating the top two teams in this group. So there you go. On your screen now are the 6 groups that I've predicted. If you agree with them, let me know. If you disagree with them, let me know. If you've got any predictions for the Euros, who's going to win it, let me know in the comments. Just let me know whatever's going on. What did you have for dinner tonight? I don't know. Scotland versus Germany tomorrow to kick off the tournament. England playing their first game on Sunday. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. Like and subscribe to the channel. And come on, England. It's coming home.